Yo, what's good? It's Turn 2 Podcast, and we back with episode number 2. I'm your boy, Coach Marcus, yo, I'm with.
Coach Zack.
And we got a good one for y'all today, man. We gonna scroll through Facebook, kind of find some questions to answer. We're gonna rattle off some answers. Try to keep each answer like under a minute and a half, minute and a half long, and we're gonna keep things pushing. We're gonna see what y'all posting about and see what questions we can answer. So
Start us up with the first one.
yeah, let's see. All right, here we go. For those who are just getting into travel ball, if your son makes his first travel ball team, would you hold him out of the rec ball program or have him do both?
Well, we learned about this the first year. You would definitely want to take him out of the rec ball program because our kids are going through. You can't steal until the ball crosses the plate, or like real baseball, when the pitcher lifts his leg when you're at first, you can steal. So that was a real struggle for our first year kids. So take him out of rec ball.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you at the same time, but I think there's a fine line with like if rec ball and travel ball, if they can have the same rules, then y'all can actually handle getting them everywhere that they need to be, and you're not sacrificing. You can sacrifice some stuff on the rec ball side,
Right.
but don't sacrifice nothing on the travel ball side just to make rec ball work.
I wouldn't think
So
so.
if you can actually balance it and they're playing by the same rules, I say go ahead. But
And one more thought. That's a lot of baseball, though.
it's
Because
a lot
travel
of
ball is already a
baseball.
lot of baseball. Then you got to go play on the weekdays games along with
Hey,
practices for travel ball.
hey, some kids love it.
That's true.
And some kids love it.
All right, on to the next one.
We are another anonymous person. Y'all don't ever be putting your names out there. We all knew the travel ball isn't normal for a kid to get chosen during a trial and then consistently only get to play one inning if he's lucky.
Dang. I mean, I guess maybe that team was looking for money and they were just grabbing as many kids as possible. It's possible. You can't rule that out.
They also said he does well in practice and the two times the ball has come to him in a game, but during games, coach never sits any of his players from the previous season.
So he was just an automatic backup.
Yeah, he's just a backup.
Yeah.
I
Keep practicing with the team
yeah,
if you see him getting better. If not, then I mean, go venture off into other places.
yeah. I mean, just go explore your options. I mean, this is travel ball world. You can't be hurt about anything. You gotta move on if it's not right for you.
That's what I'm thinking too.
And then go ahead, find you one.
All
See if you
right,
can
let's see what's
find
next.
a couple
What do
of
we got? Oh, this might be it. Let me just read the top one.
yeah.
Get on a team. Okay, no, this is more comments. All right, my son is going into 10U. He goes into pitching and batting lessons once a week, but it's like no matter what we try, we can't get him to engage his hips enough to get power. Anyone have any tips for that? He could be a hell of a hitter and a catcher, and he has great form, but he needs power from engaging his hips. And we've tried so many things. I mean, he's so young. I feel like that's something you grow into as well. You're not going to be Barry Bonds right off the rip. But there are drills to get you going.
Yeah, one thing that I do advise all the parents like go go in multiple sports.
Mm.
Don't just rely on baseball, go into lessons because you don't get to there's things in other sports that require you to move differently
You
and
don't
for you
use
to
your whole
engage
body.
these. Yeah. So I think go into other sports and more importantly go into training for other sports
Mm.
too. So he's talking about not using his hips.
I mean, even just going out and playing other sports with the neighborhood kids,
Yeah,
play soccer, play basketball, play football, do all those different things.
facts.
Good point, Marcus. I like that. All right, here's another
Uh
one. Help, help,
help,
urgent, all
help.
caps. Mom here, trying to make the best
Of course, it's
decision
a
for her
mom.
son, 12U. Would you choose a AA team where the coach played for him last season with a different organization? Kids going to get guaranteed reps at first pitch and center at first pitch. I don't know. It will be a lower level team developing or new team. Coach states he will pitch play some first and right field. States he has two kids just like mine. States he won't roster more than 11, so he will get reps. This team wins a lot and will move to AAA in the spring.
All right, let's dissect this real quick. So you,
She's either saying go AA and get lots of reps with somebody she knows, or go with a new guy, AAA, who says who has kids just like her son,
uh-huh.
and maybe not get as much reps.
I mean, it depends how you look at it. You're 12 year. You're about to. I always think that between your 6, 7, all the way to like 12, you're going for development. Don't
Mm-hmm.
worry about the wins and stuff. But as you move further into like 13, 14, 15, like you do want to find a program that wins that allows you to get that exposure.
Mm,
Now, hopefully, you already did your due diligence and got the preparation and the work while you're, 12 and under.
right.
So that way, when you got to 13, you and above, you went to these good teams that actually win and you
You
get a
might
good
get some
exposure.
exposure from
Exactly.
scouts or anybody out and about.
Exactly.
A lot of the scouting does happen in high school, though. I feel like also in the summers of high school, you got to find yourself a good coach to go to or a good team.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to next. Let's see what. Hopefully that
Hmm.
answered her question. Oh, I'm gonna go next. Pass this one. All right. When you have a tournament that requires an overnight stay,
Yeah.
how does your team stay as far as hotels? Our team never stays together, but I feel like it would boost our camaraderie among the boys. Just curious, what works well for other teams? That's a pretty good question.
And this is coming from a guy who's been scheduling hotels and stuff like that. I mean, it costs it might, I don't know, just trying to get everybody to get into the same hotel, especially during like a World Series week or something
That's
like
a
that.
hassle
It's
almost.
a
It's a lot of
hassle. It's a
rooms to
whole
grab.
thing. And then we might find a good deal somewhere, but they only have 9 rooms. We need 11, and it's just like we said last episode. Go to the beach. Go
Yeah.
eat with each other. Go have fun.
The
You don't have
hotel
to stay
doesn't
with
really
each other.
require any of that.
No.
And I say, get in a hotel with the whole team. You know they're gonna be because we used to do stuff like that,
Crazy stuff. You
and
don't
we'd
get in
be up all
trouble.
night getting in
Yeah,
trouble. Yeah, so
hotel gonna charge you for fees.
probably not the best
It,
idea in my
nah, because
opinion.
we used to go into
But we lived in a
lobbies, run
different
around.
world too.
Yeah,
Because if we did
ding
that
dong ditch,
now,
and
we'd
just
be in more trouble than we were
yeah.
back
Because
then.
I remember we used to find those hotels that would have an empty lobby. Go in there, play some football in it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anything.
go run in there or
Anything.
something. Yeah.
All right, let's see what else we got here. This is a long one. Just heard another parent today who told the same story about how they sacrificed so much for travel sports. He commented about how he and his wife basically spent over 200K on travel
Wait, what?
ball. They spent over 200K on travel ball for 3 kids.
Oh, for 14 years.
That's still a lot of
Yeah,
money.
that's a lot
Woo!
of money. Okay,
He
keep
said
going,
we
keep going.
really thought this would end up helping them, getting them in college, but then our very athletically talented kids told us at 17, 18 how burned out they were and didn't want to play anymore. Hey, it happens. He said he and his wife have forgotten the first 3 rules. The youth sport's supposed to be fun, balance, and playing with kids and have an idea and not the parents' idea. Okay, saying the kids should be making the choices. He said he is glad to have watched the kids play all his life. However, this is the dad. However, now realizes how he and his wife became literally obsessed with travel sports and how it ultimately led to their divorce. Oh my goodness, this is taking crazy turns. And made their kids basically not like the sports they played. So obviously, one of the parent was
you,
not happy with the
you,
money getting
yeah, I
spent,
about to say
and one said we got to.
you let you
That's what I
let this
think.
travel ball crap take over your life.
That's too much money, though.
That's what.
Whoever charged them that
Nah,
much ripped them
they
off.
hey they living good right now. They on the poolside right now sipping a martini.
They got ripped off.
Yeah,
Don't overpay for your kids. Um, look around. You got to get different prices from different people
yeah.
because
For 3 kids, like if you came to me with 3 kids, we would definitely throw you a deal,
I
a
mean the
good
third kid
deal.
would have been free
At
probably.
least, at the very least, is buy two get one free. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like so. I think what is it, 200,000? That's
200K.
excessive. I mean, you talking about buying a house for 15 years.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
What you think about them being burnt out at 18 when they got done with high school?
I'm not gonna say I blame the parent, but I'm gonna
Yeah, that was
blame the
probably a
parents.
lot of stress the parents put them through,
Yeah,
right?
because I mean, you're talking about 200,000. That's not just spring season.
Mm-mm.
That's the entire year plus lessons. You probably never chilled out with the lessons.
True.
You probably took them to every camp you could. They also played in every tournament, every pickup tournament you could.
True.
Like,
No weekends were free.
no weekends for free. Baseball, yes, we love baseball, but you gotta have a break sometimes.
You got to have the
Yeah.
balance. You can still be good and have a balance. You can
Hmm.
still practice and still have a balance. So definitely keep y'all's balance out there.
Before you get to the next one, we had
Yeah.
one from the viewer. I remember reading it. They said, "How do you think daddy ball affects kids?" And not just any kids, but we want to compare that coach's kid, that dad's kid,
Mm-hmm.
and then other kids on the team that has nothing to do with the coach, being their dad or anything like that.
Well, I mean, the few years of little league I played that had the dad on a team, obviously the dad treated the kid different than other kids. I mean,
Right.
it's just natural for that to be the occurrence. I think it's a bad idea, and a son getting coached by his dad the whole time, you're not going to gain as much knowledge as you could by other people.
Nah. And the thing is like, how's your own? I mean, think about it for your own kid. How do they develop? If they do bad on the field, they let you down. Not only do they let their coach down, that's also the dad they got to ride home with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think daddy ball is a good thing, but inherently it's a bad thing at the same time. Like I think it's good for y'all to do it for the first couple of years, but once you want your kid to get serious about a sport, go ahead, step in the bleachers and become a fan.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to find coaches. If you cannot find coaches that you don't think is up to par to teach your kid,
Mm-hmm.
maybe is something wrong with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so many of us out there that's paid coaches that don't have any kids on team that will coach the crap out of your kids, unbiased everything. But you like, eh, you're not training my kid right. He's not batting a
He got to
thousand.
stay at shortstop. He got to stay at
Yeah.
third.
Oh,
Yep.
he got to play shortstop.
Hey,
How's he gonna do this if he's on the bench?
let
Be
me ask you
quiet.
this though. Let me ask you this. You gonna get like a snap into reality real quick. How hard is it gonna be for you to not coach your son?
My son, I'll coach him on the side, but it's gonna be easy for
You
me.
feel that
I've
ain't gonna be
already
bad?
because I have messed with enough parents and daddy ballers
Yeah.
and all that I know when my son get older,
You'd be like, okay, that's cool.
I'm giving him to somebody else.
Right.
And it doesn't even if Too Smooth lasts for that long, which it will.
It'd be
He
good
might
for
not
him to
be.
hear somebody
Yeah,
else's
he might not be.
voice,
He might train over here with Too Smooth, but I might let him go play with
a different coach
a
somewhere.
different coach or something just to
Right.
get him. You got to let your kid grow.
Mm-hmm.
So many parents out there don't let their kids grow. Oh, I want to be next to the cage. I want to be next to the dugout. Like back off and let the boy grow.
True. Let him
Because
cheer on
by
the
the time
teammates. Let his teammates cheer him on.
your goal
You're
is to
right.
make it to high school, college, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, go up to the back. Go behind the
No, you're
dugout.
right. You're right. You're
Go
right.
behind
You're
the
right.
dugout and try to cheer your kid on. Go ahead. Your boy gonna be sitting the bench or out there with you. Go
You're
ahead.
right. You're
And
right.
then little Johnny gonna look around like, yes, daddy. Coach will be like, oh nah. Oh no, you ain't little
You're
Johnny
done.
out.
You're done.
Yeah. Y'all let them become an
True.
adult.
You are right.
Let them become an adult,
And
man.
start it early. Get him accustomed to it.
Now we're not saying like don't cheer them on.
Right. No, no, always be
Yeah.
there, but don't be
Don't be trying to
crowding.
coach. Yeah. Around them, crowding them, hovering over them. You good, you good. Hey, you just gotta keep your back. Blah, 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 blah. It's game time, Dad.
That's for
All that's
another
going
day.
out the window,
Yeah.
man. Wait for the car ride home, wait for practice. He got to
Yep.
go with what he already knows. So, and then he said, he kind of wanted to compare it. I mean, like we had your dad as a coach when we were young, but he was more of an assistant, but still never could tell.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Nah,
I,
he wouldn't. He wouldn't give me any
nah.
slack or nothing like that.
Oh, but what about the dads who, okay, I'm not gonna coddle my kid,
Mm-hmm.
but he's on the opposite end of the spectrum. He's like, the crazy one on his kid. Like he's going off on his kid left and right. It's apparent when he's yelling at his kid.
That's hard to deal with because those are the type of as a man you go up to them and they try to get in the same. They're in that same mindset, so they're approaching you in that same way. So
Mm.
it's like, oh boy, we gonna get to a situation that doesn't even need to happen. So that's one of those your rules. Let's wait 24 hours and talk to him after about it and say, hey, you gotta chill out a little bit. That's not
But
necessary.
that's my kid. I'm gonna coach my kid the way that I want to coach my kid. There's that daddy ball crap, and that's where you get in trouble.
I
Because
mean, as a coach, if somebody is on the team talking like that, it's like, hey,
yeah,
go coach your kid. You can take him off my team. It's okay. Like,
because the
go coach him.
greatest thing that no one could ever say about us is that we only get on one kid.
Oh, right.
It's every kid.
Everybody
Like
get the same
for
attention, same
yeah, I mean,
discipline, everything.
for example, we had there's people that came up to us recently talking about why you just pick on my guys. We said what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about picking? We just told him to do X, Y, and Z to help him hit the ball better.
Right.
Blah 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 blah. Like, dude, I get on
Nah.
him. I get on him. I get on him. Not harsh, but we gonna get on him to make sure that they're staying in line, make sure
Yeah,
they're
you
being
have to.
accountable. And
That's the good part of sports, though. That's what grows a young man into a man when they become
exactly.
18.
And when parents start to realize that, you take a step back before you approach a coach when you're upset. Take a step back, take a deep breath,
Mm-hmm.
and evaluate the situation. Am I
Mm-hmm.
tripping right now?
Mm-hmm.
Am I just on one right now? Okay, like maybe I got in my feelings a little bit. Something happened at home. I don't know.
Mhm.
Take a step back, especially when you have a coach that doesn't have a kid on the team. Trust me, they're
There's
not playing favorites. Most
right.
of them ain't playing
There's no I
favorites.
mean, there's no I feel like there's no reason for us to ever do that.
Exactly.
Every kid get treated the same. Hey.
Exactly. Let's see
Alright,
what the
let's
next one.
see. Another anonymous. First year
Oh,
playing travel ball with my 15-year-old. Ooh, that's kinda late.
first year. Okay, hold
Yeah,
on. Right there.
that's late.
Red flag.
Yeah, that's late. You're already in high school. So you got your summer of high school playing
Yes.
travel ball, okay.
So they coming over to. I'm not gonna say it.
Yep, you're right.
They come over there with us.
Yep. Played rec ball prior for a number of years. I felt like it was a waste of time and money to put him in a travel ball before this.
Okay, so why? You know that that's the higher version of baseball, the higher upgrade of baseball, and you're trying to get them ready for high school.
Oh, but listen to this. Good ending in her case. He is now the starting catcher for the high school team. Could be our high school,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
and
don't
one
mean
of the
that.
best players on the highly competitive travel team. Don't hate, but I feel like travel ball was a waste for kids who are under 15. Thoughts?
Okay. You playing single A, double A, triple A, or majors?
Yeah.
Are you going to play out in PGs or are you staying out over here in RBI? Are you going like there's so
It
many
it also depends on what location you're in. Like if you
yeah.
live in Wyoming, you're really
I'm about
not
to say
playing
if you're
nobody.
living in the middle of nowhere and
Right.
you only got two teams around you and that's all you being like
Right. You're not.
now, albeit, hey, props to you.
Mhm.
Like the way Mama talking about it, it sounds like you balling out. So props to
That's
you.
good. You're an
But
athletic.
there's a couple red flag. I don't think that if you played rec ball this entire time, it's hard for me to believe that you're a starting catcher. And then which high school team? Are we talking about ninth grade, JV, or varsity?
True.
Because obviously
True.
we coach high school. Okay, varsity is obviously your best guys. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter who it is, but you're going to bring that ninth grader up to JV if they're ready for JV. So what happens if they brought up the better catcher
And ninth
and
grade's
then
just wide
left you down
wide
there
open.
and talking about you the best one playing
True.
10
True. True.
games.
True. True.
So I'm not hating on you. I'm just saying
A lot of
what
different
ifs.
ways.
Yeah, it's a lot
A
of
lot of
what
different
ifs.
ways.
Talking about highly competitive travel team.
That's too little.
If it was highly competitive, why is it anonymous?
That's true too.
If it was so crazy, why is it anonymous? Put your name on it. I play
Put what
for
school it
I play for
is.
Too
What
Smooth. I
state?
play for
Yep.
Too Smooth High School. Like
Yep.
if you're that proud of it.
All right. Let's see what this next one's talking about. I'm gonna read this next one and give it back to you.
Uh,
How do you jump into a new team not knowing if these kids will be at your kid's level? Like you don't want to have your kid not playing to their fullest because the kids around them are just not at the level yet. How do you leave your current team that you know how all the kids play
what
together?
was the first question?
So how would you leave a team and not well, they're
How
saying
do you
how do
jump
I
into
pick a
it?
new team and not know
You ask
what level
I
they're
would
at?
ask the coach for an open practice or to come
That's
to
what
a
I was about to say.
practice.
Just go to a
Just go to a
practice or two.
practice. It's not hard. Any coach would do that. If they say no,
They're not
red
really
flag go.
interested.
Yeah,
Yeah.
red flag go away.
Yeah. It's a
You
practice.
should be able to hop into a practice, no problem. And then what was the second question they asked?
How would you leave the current team that you know how all the kids play together? Well, you just gotta tell the coach
Yeah,
you
you
found a
tell the
new
coach
team
you found a new team, you
and
move
you're
on.
moving on.
Look, travel balls is one of the most unloyal places
Mm,
in all of like pretty much all the country.
mm,
Like travel ball is so unloyal. People bounce around all the time. That's why I tell people like if you're gonna leave, leave.
mhm,
I know what we're doing here. I know the
mhm.
developmental levels that we do. If
I
you
ain't
want to
mad
leave,
at you.
leave. I'm not mad at you. I'm gonna say what's up, deuces. Maybe even give you kiss and dap when I see him.
I think the best thing you say you were like because when we had a kid leaving, you said something like, "Hey, we did the best of our job and we developed them
Yeah,
at the time we had them."
yeah.
That's the truth. We did
That
our job.
that's all we could ask for. In
Hey,
that little bit of time we had them,
yep.
we developed them and we went above and beyond every way to get you done. If
That's
you
it.
still want to leave after that, hey, no
Go for it.
worries. Go ahead. You know what you're missing.
Mhm. All right, here you
Let's
go.
see what we're talking about. Let's see what we're talking
Read it
about.
off. Let's see what's our next one.
Okay. Okay, a little bit different here.
Mm,
Has there been a sudden influx of lefties playing non-traditional positions, i.e., pitcher, first base, outfield, at the college level that I missed?
mm.
I've been seeing a high number of left-handed catchers, third base, and shortstop this year. If travel is designed to get kids to that next level, this makes zero sense.
You tell me when you were in college, did you see a bunch of crazy lefties?
No, you
Yeah,
don't
nah,
see
I
them at
mean,
all.
no,
The
that's not.
reason you see this is because people are not developing their kids right.
That goes to
It
a guy who
is
doesn't really play baseball
it.
or know that that's an unwritten rule, I
But
guess you would say.
I'm gonna go against the right-handers here. Whatever teams that this person has been on, of course, anonymous, but whatever team this person's been on, it's safe to assume that the righties on that team have not been developed properly.
Mm,
Because for a lefty to go out there and play these positions,
mm,
that means he's the only one that can field the ball and the only one that can make the ball to first base.
true.
Because there's no reason at all a lefty should be at any of those positions.
Could be daddy ball.
I mean, softball. Hey, that's exactly what it is. That's it. Because you go to a daddy ball organization,
My kid,
half a,
my kid's shortstop. My kid's third baseman. My kid's a catcher.
like, come on.
I think we seen a lefty catcher in a tournament we were at, and remember seeing him try to make that tag.
It
Remember
doesn't
how
work.
crazy it
Yeah, it
looked when
doesn't
he was
work. And
crossing
he
his
missed
body?
it. He
He
missed
missed
the
it. Yeah,
tag because he's a lefty going out there
yeah,
at a crazy tag. And then you got those catchers, those lefty catchers. You've seen in softball.
yeah,
Go ahead, go. It's softball.
yeah.
But there's not a single lefty catcher and probably I'm not gonna say a single one. There probably is
There's
somewhere.
probably somebody
A
dominating
bullpen
somewhere,
catcher out
yeah,
there
or
somewhere.
just a bullpen catcher,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's
But there
even
ain't no
that.
pro
Nah, there's
like
no bullpen lefty because
nah
nobody's practicing with the
throwing that
opposite
ball
to a
left.
lefty. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're not
nobody
doing
wanna
that.
see that.
You're not-
Nobody wanna see that mess, man. But to answer your question, yeah, I agree with you. It makes zero sense. If you're a lefty, you can practice at other positions, but when you get to the game, your coach needs to understand that in the future of you playing high school and college, you're playing either pitcher, first base, or outfield.
to extend this answer, I know we passed our time. We said, but for a lefty to be a pitcher, advantage. You know what I'm saying? Like a big
Huge
advantage.
advantage.
Go take that
Huge
advantage.
advantage. Go
You
Johan
know what I'm
Santana
saying?
on him.
Yeah. That's
Come on. So, another anonymous.
mm-hmm.
Y'all don't like to use names. Is it normal for 14U to barely practice? Maybe one every 3 or 4 weeks?
Dang, nah, they just took your money.
They just took your money. Now, let me tell you what this is. I guaranteed, big time organization that just says, I got a field out there in Loganville. Whoever is around Loganville from 14U to 16U, go practice there. There'll be a coach there to hit you some ground balls and fly balls. Because if this is a 14U that, like us, who actually cares about the development of players, ain't no, we wouldn't be able to sit. We wouldn't be able to sleep.
No, what?
Like
We
every
go
time,
to a tournament and be like, dang, we're playing ourselves.
I
We're
mean,
wasting our
we're
time.
already right now, bro. Every time we get off time, I'm like, man, hey, let's go optional practice at the
Right,
field. Let's go.
right.
It'll be our third, fourth one of the week, but we'll be all right.
If you pull up,
We'll
you're
be all
gonna
right.
get some extra.
Let's say the door. The door's not in the camera. Oh, whoops. So no, I say it's not normal, like at all.
Horrible.
Like that's probably the worst thing that you could probably be a part of.
Quit the team, go find another team. It don't even
Yeah,
don't
because
matter.
14U, you're still your developmental years.
Yeah,
Like that's
this
like
is
freshman, like 8th grade, 9th grade year.
eighth going into ninth,
You know what I'm
possibly.
saying?
Yeah,
So like you should still be
yeah. You got that. You got to.
practicing a
This is the
lot.
biggest time to practice. You're about to go to
Yeah,
high school.
I think 16 and up, like okay,
Maybe once a week you would be like,
yeah,
okay,
that's okay,
yeah.
but you should be able to do that. Ha, okay. So is it normal for most baseball teams to have so much drama on it?
Big question right here. Wow.
No, we gonna hurt some feelings with this one. I'll start off. So is it normal for most baseball teams to have so much drama? Yes and no. But it's mostly because of the parents not understanding that we just here for the kids. Most of the time it's because of parents. Now, some of the time, you got an AWOL coach, you got a coach that just off the rails.
True. That
Cussing
could
at
bring
the
drama, yeah.
kids, going crazy on the kids, making them run after every little mistake. You might have some drama, but like usually drama happens in the stands.
That's what I
It's
always
usually
think of.
parents. You got your overprotective parents against the parents that say, they're boys, let them go.
Boy, let boys be boys.
Yeah, then you get drama like that.
I mean, kids having drama probably happens every once in a while, but that's normal too. You know, like boys gotta be boys. Let them
You
duke it
know,
out; they'll be fine.
and that's some stuff that also like they got to figure out, right? Like if it's a player situation, they let them hash that crap out. If it's a parent situation, then if they can't be adults and just talk about that, go ahead and send both of them home.
That's what I'm saying.
Send both of them out. Like what do we? We here for these kids on the field. I'm not worried. Like when I'm coaching, I don't care about the stands. Like
We shouldn't have to. Those are
I
adults just
yeah.
like
If
us.
y'all
That's
want to
crazy.
act wild, bro, that's on you. You ain't my mug ain't gonna be on the picture. It's gonna be your face on that camera. So like it is what it is. I understand you trying to represent certain organizations correctly. That's why we're gonna kick you out. You're not gonna do us like that.
That's the only thing that I would do. No point of arguing back.
No. Let's see. Oh, is it, okay. This is a long one. A little bit
Okay.
blurry if y'all don't know I'm blind, so I got to squint. All right. So the organization that my son plays on picked up a new coach for next season.
Mhm, mhm.
It's not a bad thing, guys. Either like
I
it's a
mean, get to
coach.
know
It's
somebody, see what
yeah,
you like
it's
about
not
it,
a
see
bad
what you like
thing.
and don't
Like
like.
stop tripping about like,
Yeah.
oh, I only want to play for one coach. That coach ain't gonna coach you in high school or college.
No, that's it.
So get over it,
Yeah.
man. Is he still around? Can you still do lessons with him? Can you still talk to him? Can you still
That's all that
converse with him?
matter,
All
really.
right then. Like parents, stop putting all your faith in like a single coach. Like so many of good baseball minds are out there. We went over to introduce ourselves to him, and okay,
Okay, okay. They
maybe
did
you're
get to
a
know
hole,
him.
maybe
We
you're
got
a hole.
ahead of
Let's see.
ourselves.
So he said he had no idea that our son was even on the team. Our current coach did not inform the coach taking over of any of the players currently on the team. We asked what was going on with the team for next season. He said he already picked his kids.
Ooh.
Now we open up a can of worms. His friends' kids for the team, so it's full and to try
Try back
back
in
in
27.
2027. 2027. Mind you, it's 2025. You tell me to come back in 2 years?
He's gone.
Yo,
Yeah,
what?
what? No.
In travel ball, you ever heard that? Coach said, come back in like 3 years.
Dang, well, you're out of luck on this
Yeah,
situation.
just move on.
Yeah.
Move organizations.
Wow.
Hey, trust me, they're not gonna miss you, so just leave.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna be like, oh, all right,
It's
bye.
just a name at the end of
Yeah,
the
it's just
day.
a name, it's just a number. So this organization never contacted us or any of the other parents that there were going to be a new
2027.
coach. That's kind of messed up. I would as owners like as us like if something happened like that, I would immediately have to tell
Yeah,
the
you have
parent
to.
because then they have to make that decision. Are they the parent that only wanted one coach and now would just leave the program because
Right.
you're not coaching anymore? Or are they gonna be like, all right, cool,
This
let's
sounds
try
like
new waters?
the program super fell off, and then somebody just picked something
Some a
up.
hole came in
Yeah.
going crazy that these kids were getting removed from the team. So now, okay, they're also getting permanently removed, and the current coach said nothing to us. Well,
He
who
said, "I got
cares?
my kids.
Yeah,
That's it."
the current coach don't give a crap. So why should you?
Right. On to the next one for
On to the
this.
next. Just move on, guys. Move on. Bye.
Maybe just
Go.
create a whole new team with that
Go.
same team.
Go. Try to create your whole new
Just all
team.
you need is a name and a jersey.
At this point, trap ball's so oversaturated. Like that's what all these
Go into
people
the
are
same
doing.
tournaments that you would before.
Yeah. Let's get one more ahead. I'll let you go.
This is a question for
Ooh,
the coaches.
anonymous. If kids are not guaranteed positions on a team they played on the year prior, do you get upset when kids try out for other teams?
Oh,
Is it held against them and think they don't want to play for them anymore?
oh,
So, do you
no.
get upset when kids try out for any teams? No.
Like we always keep saying, it's good for kids to pick different minds for
Yeah.
baseball.
Go pick different
If you
minds.
find somebody that you like better,
Yeah.
run with it.
Go. Like,
Run with it.
guys,
Because you're not gonna hurt nobody's
you're not gonna
feelings.
hurt my feelings. You're not hurting nobody's feelings.
Mm-mm.
Move on. If you want to go, go. Just be respectful. Be like abide the
I would just
contract.
say be honest
Just be
and
honest, man.
open. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't leave last second or
Just
don't show up to a
abruptly in the
tournament or
middle.
something.
That pulls me up to another thing. Parents, stop pulling your kids off of teams because they getting benched. Like,
Yeah.
you
Only
have those
9 kids
parents
to
that like,
play.
I'm about to like I actually saw this live in person. Meantime, parent goes over to the dugout, get your things, we're leaving. This is bull crap, blah blah blah. Why are you gonna embarrass everybody like that?
Dang.
Why you gonna embarrass that
Looking
little
like
kid?
quitter, just showing kid it's
Showing how
okay
to
to
quit.
quit. Yeah. Okay to
Like
quit in the middle of it too. Oof.
just fulfill your commitment and then move on.
That's what I say.
Is it held against them and think they don't want to play for them? I mean, yeah, yes and no. I mean, if you're trying out for other teams, I mean, you don't want to you're one
Yeah.
foot in, one foot out
Right.
type deal. But am I going to hold it against you, the kid himself? Probably not. Like when we go out there and coach, we're coaching. I don't care who's
Yeah.
out there, we're coaching them.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's another thing is
now,
seeing like how open practice is so
yeah,
acceptable. Bring anybody in because we're the same way. If a
yeah,
kid want to look at us and watch us coach and try to get coached by us,
yeah.
hey, come on in.
Come
We're
on,
gonna coach you the same way as every other kid on our
yeah.
team.
And if you leave, you leave. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
if you don't want to play anymore, you know what you're leaving. Like, that's why I always tell like everyone, our developmental process is bar none better than anyone else's out there.
That's what I say
If
too.
you want to leave this, then there must be a really good reason. Because you're talking about college coaches, high school coaches, all coaching your kid to get you ready for the high school and college level.
Hmm.
Okay, that's all it is to say.
Hmm.
Like, we know what's gonna have to happen. Only recruited kids for 2.5, 3 years to college.
Just develop, develop. Oh, we don't hit the lag. Let's
Oh,
see.
the internet went out. Oh, we not even connected. Are we not connected to the Wi-Fi here?
It's okay. I got it.
You got it. Let's go. Meanwhile, while Zach get our technical difficulties, there was another message out there on Instagram that somebody sent to me. It says, how do you feel about parents who are concerned about the culture of the team?
Overly concerned or
Like, yeah, like overly concerned,
mm,
always like worrying about this and that.
this is what brings that drama from the
That's what
previous
brings
question.
drama. Like,
Oh man,
like
that's
just
a tough
like
one.
they're listening to how the boys are talking to each other and getting offended. Like they
They
talking
don't
to
want him
them.
to say a bad word.
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about that? Like boys
That's
would be
tough.
boys type deal, or
I mean, for us as coaches, if I ever heard a kid, cuss or anything, I'm like, hey, stop. You don't need to be
yeah.
saying that. But if I don't hear it, I'm not about to go out and search for it.
We
You know what I'm
we
saying?
not Batman. Like we
Yeah.
don't sit here and hear everything.
I'm not about to search for the kid
No. And
saying doing bad things.
just because you come up to me whining about something like that, don't mean I'm gonna all of a sudden say, all right, practice over. Come here. Come
Yep.
here. Get
Yep.
over here. Like, no. I'm moving on. I'm going to worry about baseball. That's what you pay me for. If you want to pay for like all that, then go. Now, if the kids are saying something outlandish and
They're
crazy,
getting checked and running
yeah,
drills or
I'll
doing
check them.
whatever
I'll
they need to
check them,
do.
no
Yes.
problem.
It's
But if they just go around just having fun, talking
punching each
crap,
other
yeah,
or smack,
just
like,
pushing, like just kind of making fun of each other for a little bit. No,
mm-mm,
those are boys, bro.
mm-mm. I'm
Like
not butting into their
I'm not
conversation.
butting in for that. It's an A/B conversation. I'm gonna see my way out of it. I suggest you do the same. Like just move out. If your kid comes home crying about it every day,
Yeah, then
okay, then we'll address that.
right.
But if it's not even directed at your kid or your kid ain't crying, he's just like, man, whatever.
It's not
Then let
worth
it
it.
go.
Don't create unnecessary
Don't
drama.
don't create drama.
I thought I had the Wi-Fi.
Uh oh.
Uh-oh.
Gotta go get the
Yeah,
password.
I'm gonna have to run up there and go get it. Let me try one more time. Was there one more sent in? Was there?
Oh, you got it.
I got it. Ooh, we're connected.
There's one more. Yeah, there's
There
one
was
more.
no. I'm saying from that same viewer about Daddy Ball and this one you just asked.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't
Let's
there?
see.
Because I think there's a third one.
Oh, I can't remember off the top of my head. I can't remember.
Okay, that's okay. It'll
Oh,
pop in.
we
We're
back
back. We're
in.
back. All right, anonymous. This was our first season of travel ball, and while I loved it, and so did my son, I wanted to see how normal these things are. There's a clear. All right, let me start. There's a clear divide on the team between the parents, very clicky, and lots of crap talking on. Wow, this basically the question we just started talking about.
Yeah.
Lots of crap talking on other kids and other parents. I don't like the environment. There's a divide between the boys. If you're talking crap about other kids, who knows what else you're saying? In my opinion, it's just toxic and very high school. Is this the norm? They claim baseball family all day, but really, when it comes down to it, that's not
They
enough.
already got my point out the way.
Yeah, that's it.
They said it right there. This is very high
Toxic in high
school.
school.
Okay, like they're gonna get ready for high school. I get. Listen, baseball coaches are not your like.
They're not their parents.
Yeah, like if your kid is the one talking all that mess,
Hmm.
and you're getting offended by it, go up to that other parent and have a respectful conversation. Okay, you sitting in the back quietly and just letting it bottle up.
That explosion is going to be ugly.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it sounds like it's about to happen.
That's
Y'all about to
exactly
have an
what's about to
explosion.
happen.
I mean, my thing goes back. Are the kids getting developed by the coach right now? If you can say yes, he's doing his job.
Keep going.
He's doing his job.
If not, move on.
Now the clicky parents and all that. I mean, again, that's on y'all just being social.
Right.
Go talk to each other.
This is a hard question, in my opinion. What is a team name that is overly used?
A team what?
Name. Is there a team
Oh,
name?
USA Prime, Canes, Team Elite.
The organizations.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
these organizations are
Yeah.
swollen up.
That's true. They could
Five
branch off
Tool,
and make different names.
that like
You
Five
would
Star,
think.
whatever. Like we said, man, we want more individual teams. Like, yeah, all these team names are overused. That's why
It's all for
something.
marketing
Yeah,
and
that's why something
corporation
like
type
Too
things.
Smooth, bro. Ain't never heard of that.
Mm-mm.
You ain't never heard. That's why everywhere I go, like I say, I have a shirt on or something like that. They see Too Smooth. They're like, Too Smooth. I ain't never heard of that. Like, yeah,
But you know what? It sticks.
it sticks. And they remember. They're like, so are you smooth? I'm like, man, the hand's nice. Come on.
It sticks.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So yeah, it's that all that stuff. Stop getting swallowed up by teams, man. Go run with your stuff.
All right, let's see.
Oh, we
It's
got some crazy
it's
comments.
a Facebook post. It looks like the first comment says "Raging Hens." Oh, this is from. I bet you answering the last question.
What's
So
that?
"Raging Hens" was one that somebody
Ain't
posted on
never heard of
Facebook.
that.
That might just be a certain area.
Oh,
Scout, Elite,
yes,
Select,
all those.
Tigers, Dogs.
Okay, now you get into the mascots, bro. Who cares about the mascots?
Somebody said anything with two people said anything with Elite in it.
Yeah,
Elite, Elite. Everybody said Elite. So
because
wow.
that name holds some type of.
But that started when we were little too. So they were around Team Elite and all that was around when we were little
Team
kids.
Elite just started, bro. Like when we were kids.
Yeah,
Because
that's
like I
the
said, I
beginning.
was one of the first ones that played on Team Elite.
Right.
So like having that Team Elite, that was great. Like because Team Elite, that's dope
Yeah.
back then. But now, like you said,
It's like
everybody's
60
elite.
teams of that.
Yeah,
Same thing.
but Team Elite still holds their own. Like y'all are y'all good for the next 1,000 years
Oh,
of baseball.
easy. How do you manage or deal with an athlete's physical mental burnout? I mean, as an athlete, you got to put the ball down and go do something else
I wonder,
eventually.
is this a parent or a coach? How do you manage to deal with?
Okay, so I'll talk it as an athlete perspective. You just got to go do something else and get your mind off of it.
Yeah,
For a coach, you got to do a different event with the kids. I say take them to the arcade, take
yeah.
them
Do
to
something
bowling, take
different.
them like something like that.
Don't just. I mean, you could take a break, but don't just take a break and not see each other for 2 weeks.
And I don't even think take a break though. It's keep going, but do something else.
Like
You
in
know what I'm
between
saying?
times.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you practice. Tuesday and Thursday, you can't sit around the house. You got to go out and
facts.
do something to get your mind moving onto something else. That's how I view it. Because that too much rest that can get to you too. Because all
Yeah,
you're
that's
thinking
gonna get
about
to
is the
you.
same thing.
Yeah. Um. So how we dealt with it, especially like the college and high school level, is like you said, just tell them to relax, go have a little fun.
Hmm.
If like in college we practice every day of the week. So same
Right.
thing with high school, but we practice every day of the week.
Well, I
You
figured
ain't
like
you ain't
y'all would do something like if y'all after baseball practice go play soccer, it's like do something different, right? Like go
exactly. And
together and do
and
something.
coach and as a coach, you got to understand, you missing 1 or 2 days of practice ain't really hurting. It's not gonna make a difference.
No.
Like in terms of hurting the team.
Right.
Like everybody, no, why are we skipping practice? No, no, no. We have so much momentum. Blah blah blah.
It's good.
It,
Take a day off.
take a day off. Go relax.
Yeah, take a day off. Do whatever
Go
you want.
relax. Okay. Because if you really got this baseball stuff honed in,
Right.
you could come back and get right back
Which
on
is
the
kind of
bike.
why we gave him the day off after the week
Yeah, we
off
got a
after
week off,
PCV.
man.
Y'all did great. Good job.
Go enjoy it.
Go have a
Go
week
enjoy
off.
it.
Hey, I was telling Andrew yesterday. I said the kids actually had a decent practice yesterday
No, they
too.
did good.
They had a decent practice. I was proud of them. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, y'all catching fly. There was a moment of little
I'm about to say
ground balls
our
missing
wild
and
card.
stuff,
That's our wild
but
card.
they
That's my
locked back
dog
in.
though. I love him.
They
But
locked
he a
back.
wild card.
They locked back
He
in.
good. he fall down here sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
But he my wild card. I love him.
Hey, I think the kid. I mean, I'm getting ahead of myself. They got a good chance of doing good in the wood bat. They
Yeah,
got a
they
good
got a
chance.
chance as
They got
long
a
as they
good
do
chance.
what what we were doing in PCB.
PCB in practice. Oh, here's some comments from Facebook. Let's see what the people say. Just random Lindsays and Adams.
Oh, at least they got
All right,
names.
let's see. If we're not playing baseball, my two guys are in the outdoors, whether it's hunting. Yeah, good.
There you
Fishing,
go.
biking. That's a
There you
good
go.
one. I get outside.
Yeah.
Rest and recover. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good one. Sign up for other sports. Might be a good idea. Yeah. Might be a little too extreme though, doing other sports. If your kid's
Just
burned
because you're
out on a
burnt out
sport,
one sport. I mean,
you
if
could
he's
burn
actually
out.
good at or like actually play those sports, sure.
Right.
But don't just sign up for another sport because you got burnt out.
This lady saying her gymnast daughter does 30 hours a week. They definitely take breaks,
That's a full time job.
but people frown upon it in the gymnastic,
What, taking a break?
taking breaks.
Well, you know what they say about them gymnastics. Like they go crazy. Like
You're going for the Olympics. That's the
I
main
would
goal.
say gymnastics and was it like they say ballet and that stuff?
Oh
They
yes,
be
that
going
never
crazy on the
stops.
girls and the athletes.
That never
I don't
stops.
like that's what I got a daughter, man. I want her to do that stuff, but ain't no coach gonna go crazy.
Nah, not too.
Nah, I've been coaching too long. I know you don't need 35 hours a week of practice.
You're
Get
reaching
out of
that
here.
10,000
Yeah,
hours
get out
quick.
of here. I'm at the your little gymnastics area more than I am at my house.
You ever heard that statement of you need 10,000 hours to master a craft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you gonna measure that?
I mean, you don't.
I
You
think
really
that's a
don't.
myth.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
It
myth.
is. There's somebody wrote a book upon it a
Yeah,
long
and so
time ago.
everybody believed it.
She said she takes her daughter for physical to keep her right. Take her to the chiropractor once a week. We do massages. We stretch. Dang.
But that's not allowed. I mean, yes, in theory, it's loosening her up,
Right.
but that's not really doing anything mentally where like
No,
she
it's
can
not.
decompress.
Hmm.
Because you're still, hey, what are we doing? Oh, I got to get all this done for your
For
next
your next.
volleyball meet or whatever,
Yeah.
gymnastics meet,
True.
blah blah blah. And it's not like, oh, I go out with my friends, have a little fun, go hang out if I'm old enough, go drink, go have fun, go party a
Right.
little bit, or if like go to the arcade or something if I'm young, something like
Whatever it
that.
is to have fun.
Yeah,
All right. So hopefully that answered all that. Anonymous. Once again. So is the whole we want to okay, okay,
yeah.
okay. So is the whole we want to develop your kid and keep the kids together as a group slash team just a gimmick to get everyone on board? Every time we get somewhere, that is the line, and they feed just to cut half the team and replace them with already developed kids. Is there a unicorn team that actually keeps the kids? Make it make sense. I mean, in perfect world, you would want to keep all your kids for as long as possible. If they're
Yeah,
biting into what you're coaching
yeah.
and what you're teaching, you would want to. I mean, dang, we as us growing up, we had a solid team most of the time. I say there'll be 7 kids that last together the whole time. 6 kids.
Probably. I mean,
There's going to be kids that come and go, of course, but I
so
don't think a whole team of 12, 11 is going to stick together.
nah,
Mm-mm,
never because playing time,
mm-mm,
playing time becomes the issue.
mm-hmm.
So as a whole, we want to develop your kid a gimmick. It depends who you're talking to. Because if you're actually talking to us, that is the stone cold truth, nothing but the truth, and you're gonna get that. But I guarantee you, 99% of the organizations all have that plastered on their
Oh, of course.
websites and
It
that
sounds
stuff.
good.
It sounds great,
Hmm.
but I think to get around that, as a parent, you need to go up to that coach and really ask him serious questions
Hmm.
before you join the team or anything like that.
That's a good point.
Like just go ask some questions. Go visit their
Hmm.
practices. Go ask to go to open practices. Ask them to do some of these other things so you can see, do they really want to do it? Because yes, it costs money to do this stuff, but if you come up and ask us like, can I get like 30 minutes with you? And be like, yeah, man, we had it somewhere to be, but yeah, come on. Let's go
Right.
do 30 minutes real quick.
Right.
Like if you have a coach that does that, then yeah, the development is first.
Right.
Because I'm not if I had a choice to take a dollar or develop the kid, I'm gonna develop the kid 100 times out of 100 before I take that dollar. Now I'm not saying don't be asking me for free stuff, but what that's that. But if it's in that situation, like I'm gonna
Let's
develop the
go
kid.
work real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. I'll give you
yeah.
30 minutes of my time. I ain't mad
You know, I ain't mad at it, man.
at
And then what else they
it.
say?
Basically, is there a unicorn team that actually keeps these kids?
Hey, we try to keep everybody. If you want to leave, you want to leave. I mean,
Right. I mean,
you want to keep
we've never
people.
really kicked no kids off or
The
nothing. So
worst that's gonna happen is if you're not able to perform at the level that you're at next year. We're gonna say, hey, and I've had this conversation with 100 parents.
hmm
Hey, your kid needs to go down to the B team, and I'm only saying B team because we're here, but I think he's not quite ready enough. He needs to go down to the developmental team so he can make sure, or maybe his confidence is really low on the really good team. let him go to the B
And
team,
get a lot better.
get a lot better, get more at bats, see more playing time, get that confidence back, and then go back up to the A team.
Mhm.
But so many parents, you're gonna kill my kid or put him on the B team? No way.
Yep.
And then just run away. And like you just left a good program because
You pride.
pride.
Mhm.
Pride got in the way of
Of
development.
parents' decision
So how
too.
about you ask yourselves that, parents? Do you want development or do you want something else?
So some Facebook comments on that same question talking about basically what we said, that 7 kids lasted out of 11 on his 6 U team all the way until 12 U. So
Yeah,
yeah, I mean
that's
that's about
about
normal.
right.
There's actually 2 comments saying the same thing. When you have 7 good kids that push 110% and the other 4 drop behind and don't hustle and don't attempt
Yeah,
to make plays,
they get
that's
weeded
when the
out.
kids get cut. Also, parents can mess up the flow of the team.
There
I
you
think that's
go.
said perfect.
That's the perfect way of putting it.
Mhm. Yep.
Parents, stop messing up the flow of the team.
Mhm. All right, so a couple more. Let's see. For those who use paid coaches in tenure, how much are your monthly dues?
Hey, that's us. So we use paid coaches. How much are your monthly dues? I say each month about 200, 250. That covers that'll cover about everything. We also don't go 12 months out the year of you paying us. It's more like probably like 7
Hmm.
or something like that, maybe a little bit more. I'm just thinking off
Probably
the
a little
fly,
more.
but I mean about 200, 250 a month. I think this year was 250 for a 10U a month. So you're gonna go to other places that you're paying 500, $600.
And mind you, that's 3 practices a week,
Yeah, 2 to 3
maybe
practices a
even
week.
4 or 5 some
Optional
weeks.
practice whenever coach is bored,
Right.
at home
Which is
chilling
two
all the
times
time.
out the week
Yeah,
usually,
all the
Like,
time. Every time you got a break, you go get something else.
so that's a lot of practices and a
Yeah.
lot of work
So
getting done
like
for
hey,
200
like we said,
bucks.
your best bang for your buck, and you get the development. Choose Moon Baseball. Come on.
Let me skip those Facebook comments. When choosing MVP or giving awards, how do you go about it? This is a good question though.
Uh,
Always being the coach's son. Oh, coach's
yeah,
son. See,
done,
don't go with the coach's son.
done,
Just find somebody who can coach your
done.
kid. My husband coaches our son. Oh, it's the husband too. My husband coaches our son's travel team, and his assistant coach son is on the team. They led the team in stats. They're the best hitters, pitchers, and
All
fielders.
right.
They're the best players. But we know recognizing our kids gives the daddy ball stigma, and the parents think we're just choosing our own kids and say, it's an award. Give the award to somebody else. It's not y'all aren't
It's
giving
not the end of the
MLB. Y'all
world.
aren't giving MLB stats that are keeping in the history books.
Just like man, and I'm gonna be honest, and
Man.
they might see this before I even give out the awards. I already told the kid that I thought that should probably win MVP for PCB. I say I already gave you the MVP for the season
Right.
award.
Right.
I'm gonna
I'm
give
gonna
it to
mix it
somebody
up. I'm
else.
gonna mix it
And
up.
he said, "All right, that's cool, bro. Who cares? These MVP awards don't matter. You 10 years or whatever old this."
They didn't even say
They didn't
actually.
even say it, but man, oh,
I say give it to another kid,
give
and
it to
and
another
and
kid.
when you're at home, bless your son with something else, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
Bless them with something else, man. Don't it don't always got to be a silly award. And then you got the other parents who we had this parent come up to us and said, "Coach, do you give out like game balls or something if we lose?" I said, "No. Why would I do that?" Well, it would be nice that the kids that did well that game at least got recognized. I did. I told them great job.
Yeah.
Why do I? Why? I'm not gonna waste one of these game balls. I mean, we lost. We played well. All right, man. Hey, we played well. We did good.
Yeah.
But we came up short. I'm not gonna sit
Award the
here
kid for losing like
award
that.
the kid for losing or the team for losing. Like you got to earn this stuff.
Mm,
Nothing in life is gonna be given to you. Go earn it.
that's a silly question.
Go
Yeah.
earn it.
And it's a ball. Like
It's a
I never
ball.
understood game
Go get a
balls
ball from Dick's
anyways.
Sporting
Yeah, I
Goods,
never
man.
understood game balls. Next question. Is it better to stay on a team where your son loves the team or move to a new team for better development? I say move on for better development, but it depends how serious you take the game. Does your son want to just have fun or does he want to be good?
Yeah, I say you got to ask the kid that.
Yeah,
I think you should ask the kid that
does he want to have fun or does he want to
and
be
tell him
good?
to be honest.
Do you want to be with your friends
Yeah,
and have fun and lose, or do you want to go win with
and
guys you don't know?
that's just assuming that this team that he loves
Is
loses all the
losing, yeah. It
time.
doesn't
They
say he's
might be
losing,
like a 50-50 team. If
right?
they're
Or they
50,
might be winning. Shoot,
yeah, maybe talk to the coach.
true.
Maybe talk to that coach. Say, hey, is there any better ways? Like, to develop.
Let's
Like,
take our kids to the next
yeah,
level.
yeah. Let's see
Show
what we
them
can
new
do.
drills if you know them. Yeah,
Hmm.
anything along
And
those
if you
lines.
don't know them, then yeah, we
Move
gotta
on.
go. We
Yeah,
gotta move on.
find somebody else. All right, that's more Facebook. Oh, okay. I'm gonna read through this real quick, see if it's worth it. All right, I'll read it. I'm
It
curious
must be
how
worth
other. I
it.
mean, if somebody wrote this much, it must be a good
All
story, right?
right, go ahead.
Let's see how much time we got. What are we working with?
All right, get like 10 more minutes.
10 more minutes. All right, so we got 10 more minutes of questions for y'all. I'm curious how other states manage the issue. My other child plays a different sport in our state that has plenty layers of verification to help prevent somebody's cheating. Prevent this situation.
Somebody
Though
cheated.
I'm sure it still occurs, but it is so easy where we are away to get they messed up. We are to get away with it with the BS. Okay, so this is the situation. 12U AA Gold state tournament played this weekend.
Okay.
A team from about 2 hours away shows up today with a kid that didn't play for them yesterday. This kid isn't just as big, but he isn't built like your average big. Just got out of seventh grade kid. Not, dang, they got to type better. Does not move or carry himself like one. Magically, this unicorn child shows up with a different jersey than the other kids and sporting a name and number not on the team's roster with a story that this kid forgot his jersey. This kid is railing the ball and pitching in the low 70s. 12U. I mean,
He
it's
cheating.
possible. It's possible, but that's crazy.
He
I'm
cheating.
100% here to tell you that the majority of the 12U AA kids in the state are
Do
low mid
not though.
50s
Yeah.
to low 60s, with a few hitting 64.
Listen. Is you bring your kid down to play against some kids just for you to feel good ain't right. Stop, parents. Stop putting your kids down. They AAA major players, but you want them to go feel good and go play single A
Man,
ball. Like, stop it.
why they
Stop. It was just like we talk about all this other crap, man, with people down in PCB picking up
true,
players.
true.
Stop picking up AAA players so you can go win yourself a little ring. How you gonna do
That's
that to
worth a
these other
couple
kids?
bucks.
Bro, you gonna do that, man? I hate that. I despise it. I think y'all are snaky. I think y'all are one of the scums. I'm gonna be honest with you, like I hate it. I hate it. Cause that
I
kid,
agree
I
completely.
bet you that kid been playing AAA majors this whole career.
And
Then.
he's probably like
And
13,
then
14.
yeah, talking about I'm coming down there to throw perfect games
Oh,
and
last
oh Lord,
paragraph. Here we go. Last paragraph.
oh
Give you the
Lord.
conclusion.
All right.
Days later, we ended up getting video confirmation that this child was, in fact, drum roll,
Brrr.
15 years old. Dang, and he was playing against 12 years
What?
old? 15 years old on their local high school team.
See that's a hey man. I ain't gonna say nothing, bro.
Everyone,
That's I already know what's going on over there. I already know what's going on over there.
oh, but additionally, we won our games against them. The protesting all occurred in the game prior to ours by a different team. However, our team's parents saluted it all out. So some other team filed the complaint and found out it was 15-year-old kid.
I mean,
As
y'all
a high
handled it.
schooler, to go back and play with 12-year-olds,
Yeah, like I said, if you the parent of that kid,
the kid
I
got to get
hope
in
you
trouble
feel
too.
bad.
Now the kid old
I
enough to
hope you feel
know.
bad. I hope you all that embarrassment was worth that time.
What kind of punishment
And
would you give? What type of punishment you think should be? I
I
think
would
he
give
should be
that
suspended from a high school
suspended
season.
from high school, and he's gonna get suspended from all like their family suspended from all baseball.
Oh yeah, they never can.
No, because you could have got a kid hurt out there. You talking about 50-year-old
True.
going to a 12U double A
A
gold,
kid who's just starting puberty,
a
most
12U
likely.
double A player,
Wow.
and you're gonna go down there throwing low 70s.
Wow.
You hit a kid, they're not gonna see the ball, bro. So
Yeah.
I think you're despicable. I think you deserve everything that you got coming to you. I hope you got sued, and that crap's corny.
What a story.
That crap's corny. But yeah, man, that
Dang.
probably wrap it up for this one,
That's a
man.
good one. That's
One
a good one to
that one
close it
got my
out on.
head bottled.
Dang.
That one got my head all fuzzy. That what are you talking? 15. Think about it. Because remember there was that little league story that I told you about where the kid all of a sudden showed up in like high school or college pitching like 2 years later. How you pitching the little league
Oh,
World
in the
Series
little league.
and then
Yes. And then you're a freshman
all
in
of a sudden
college.
that whatever it was. Nah, I think
No cheating in sports, period.
and
That's
mind you, bro,
unacceptable.
you're also risking a lot of injury.
Oh yeah.
Like just to yourself,
Oh
like
yeah.
Let me think. My son probably pitches all the time for his team, but this 12U team wants to go win the World Series. Go throw 150. Wait, no, in the World Series you can have
Unlimited
14
hits, I
innings
think.
at
Yeah.
least. Go throw like 250 pitches. And then all of a sudden, elbow's gone. Oh, what happened? Oh, I was
I hurt
going
myself in a 12
in a
turn.
12U ball game. I hope you went 0 for 3 with 3 Ks and 5 kids hit home runs off you.
Man, yeah,
Yeah,
I can't fathom doing
nah,
that with
that's
nothing
poor.
along those lines.
That's poor. But anyways, hey, we appreciate that. Those are cool questions, man. We got to run through them. Like I said, send more questions in. We'll answer them every Thursday. Every Thursday.
I was thinking, we record, what do we record this week? Monday, Thursday?
Monday, Thursday.
Then we could drop these two next week, Monday, or maybe like Wednesday or something. Or
Monday
maybe
or
Monday,
maybe
Thursday. On the
Thursday, and
days we
then
record, we'll drop
the
the
episode
same day.
cast goes. Say what's up to the podcast. Say hi. Okay,
Sup, McVay?
that's Coach Zach. Good
That's
job.
okay.
All right, hey, that's too smooth. We this turned to podcast, and we
Out.
out.
Let's go.